This is 3D animation using a 3D rig. But how does it work? A rig is made of three main components: the mesh, the skeleton, and the controller. The meshes are, well, your meshes, the 3D models of your character that you want to make move. The skeleton, which is made up of bones, are what your rig uses to control the different parts of your rig. And controllers are what you as the animator use to control the bones and, subsequently, your rig. We now know that bones are what the rig uses to control the mesh. But how do the bones know which part of the mesh they're supposed to control? This is decided through a process called weight painting. Each bone in the skeleton is given something called a vertex group, which, as the name suggests, are groups that vertices on a mesh can be assigned to. Weight painting is the process of assigning how much influence a bone has over your meshes by going into a respective bone's vertex group and assigning the mesh's vertices a value between 0 and 1, with 0 being no influence and 1 being fully influenced. This is represented in your 3D software via gradients, in this case red being full influence and dark blue being no influence. By letting certain areas of your mesh have overlapping influence in weight painting, you create joints. For example, let's look at this arm rig. It's made up of 3 bones, one for the upper arm, one for the forearm, and one for the hand. For the forearm area, it's completely red, with a slight gradient at the elbow, while everywhere else is blue. This tells us that the forearm bone is controlling all of that red area, but only has a partial influence over the elbow. Rigs combined with the weight paint also function off of hierarchy. Let's use this arm again as an example. The upper arm, because it is at the top of the arm, also controls the forearm and the hand, just like in real life. The upper arm in this case is the parent, while the forearm and the hand are the child. However, if I was to move just the forearm, only the hand would be affected, because the hand is the child of the forearm. So, when I have my character rig and I rotate the torso, it also moves the arms and subsequently the head, as they are children to the parent torso in the hierarchy. This is called forward kinematics. However, there is a different kind of hierarchy called inverse kinematics. Inverse kinematics work from the end of a hierarchy. It is mainly effective for animating areas such as the legs. Instead of moving the thigh and having the rest of the leg follow, you move the foot and the rest of the leg follows. But how do controllers come into this? Well, this is what the controller set for my rig looks like. It looks a little bit crazy and intimidating at first, but it's easy to understand if you break it down. A lot of controllers are the exact same as the respective bones, just in a different shape, such as the torso-shaped controller being the controller for the torso. But when making a rig, there's also other types of controllers used to make piloting the rig easy. A great example of this is the large circular controller at the bottom with the arrow shapes coming off it. This is called the root controller and can be used to control the entire position of the rig without interfering with the animation of any of the other bones. There's also other special controllers that work to control specific things, such as these gear-shaped controllers that control just the rotation. All of these elements work in tandem to allow your rig to work, and allow pretty much anything to be rigged, from people to objects. The sky's the limit. Thanks for watching!